The phone lit up on the kitchen counter at 2:17 a.m., vibrating like a trapped insect, and I knew, before I touched it, that my life was about to split cleanly in two. I wasn't snooping. I tell myself that first because it matters. The sound dragged me out of a shallow sleep on the couch, the TV still whispering static blue light across the ceiling. Maya had gone to bed early after another argument that ended the way they all did lately. Silence thick as wet cement. When her phone buzzed again, urgent, insistent, I walked over only to stop it from waking her. The screen flashed a preview. If he can't give you what you deserve, that's his problem. I can. My name wasn't there, but the absence of it screamed louder than any accusation. For a long moment, I just stood there, thumb hovering, heart slamming against my ribs like it was trying to escape first. The kitchen smelled faintly of burnt coffee and lemon soap. Ordinary. Domestic. A crime scene disguised as a home. I told myself there had to be context. There's always context. People don't implode entire lives without reasons, without stories that make sense if you tilt your head just right. The phone vibrated again. You still with him tonight? I unlocked it. The first thing I noticed was how carefully everything was arranged. No explicit photos, no crude language, just intimacy dressed up as concern, ambition, understanding. A man named Adrian, venture capitalist, judging by the contact photo in a tailored suit, had been slowly threading himself into the fabric of my marriage. He doesn't see your potential. You're wasting years waiting for him to catch up. Love shouldn't feel like settling. Each message landed like a bruise I hadn't felt form. I scrolled until my hands started to shake. Maya stirred upstairs. A floorboard creaked. I locked the phone and placed it back exactly where it had been, like maybe precision could rewind time. I sat at the kitchen table and stared at the dark window, my reflection warped and hollow-eyed. I thought about the first time she'd said I was playing it too safe. We'd been brushing our teeth, foam-mouthed, laughing, and she'd nudged me with her elbow. You're brilliant, she'd said. I just want you to want more. At the time, it sounded like faith. Now it sounded like an exit plan. The signs had been there. Late nights framed as networking. New clothes. A sudden intolerance for our small rituals. The cheap wine on Fridays, the long walks without destinations. I had called it growth. Love meant making room, right? By morning, my chest felt packed with broken glass. Maya came down in a cream sweater, hair damp, face open and soft. She kissed my cheek like always. The familiarity almost broke me. You're up early, she said. So are you, I replied. A beat. Just long enough. Big pitch today, she said. Adrian's flying in. There it was. The name slid between us like a blade laid gently on the table. Oh, I said. The one who can afford what you want? Her smile faltered. Not gone, just cracked. What's that supposed to mean? I looked at her then. Really looked. The woman I'd built a life with. The woman who'd held my face when my father died. Who cried when we signed the lease on this place. Who once told me she was afraid of becoming someone she didn't recognize. I saw the messages, I said quietly. The room seemed to shrink. Even the refrigerator hum sounded accusatory. She didn't deny it. That hurt more than any lie. They're not what you think, she said, immediately, reflexively. It's not. Physical. Finished. No, I know. Somehow that almost makes it worse. She sat down across from me, hands wrapped tight around a mug she hadn't filled. Her eyes were bright, defensive, guilty, relieved. Too many emotions colliding at once. I love you, she said, but love isn't enough anymore. The words landed with surgical precision. I've been drowning, she continued, waiting, compromising, watching other people live the life I imagined while we stay here. Here, I echoed. You mean the life we chose? She flinched. I didn't choose stagnation, she said. I didn't choose to feel invisible. I wanted to scream that I saw her, that every sacrifice I made was for us, that ambition without loyalty was just greed wearing perfume. But beneath the anger was a colder truth. I had been afraid. Afraid to risk, to leap, to fail loudly. and she had noticed. So what? I asked. You were just going to trade up? Tears finally spilled, unchecked. I didn't plan it. It just happened. That was the lie. Not the affair. The inevitability. She left that afternoon with a suitcase and promises to figure things out. I stayed behind with the echo of her footsteps and a house that no longer knew my name. 3 days later, Adrian called me. I thought you deserved honesty, he said, voice smooth, almost apologetic. Maya's an extraordinary woman. I hope you understand. I laughed then, a raw, broken sound. Oh, I do, I said. I understand perfectly. After we hung up, I opened my laptop. Not to beg, not to rage. To accept the offer I'd turned down 6 months earlier, the one that required risk, travel, failure. The one I'd said no to because stability felt like love. 6 months later, I ran into Maya at an airport lounge. She looked tired, beautiful still, but thinner somehow, edges worn down. Adrian hadn't worked out. His promises had been conditional. Expensive. You look different, she said. So do you. She hesitated. I thought success would feel louder. I smiled, not cruelly, just honestly. Turns out, I said, standing to board my flight, some things cost more than money. As I walked away, my phone buzzed. An unknown number. You still with her? I didn't reply. Some betrayals destroy you. Others teach you what you were always capable of becoming.